Welcome back, folks. LA Bash Part 2.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers as they play against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the Lakers, they're currently holding on to the best record in the league. Not the conference, the league. They've been head and shoulders above the competition this season.
Superstar difficulty ain't no
On the
joke
topic of the playoffs and the length of
they're
them, they call it
games.
the second season, Shaq.
Really fun.
What do you look for in a playoff team as an
NBA
indicator of their
2K16
ability to
impressive.
succeed?
Well, we all live by this old montage, old adage, whatever it is. Defense wins championships. Defense is big. What I like about the playoffs, Ernie, physicality. You can't hesitate to give a foul, prevent easy buckets, a.k.a. you got to touch them up.
Got to touch.
End it on that note, and that's what we do. The doggone boss. Oh, not him. He's no longer a boss for us. Lakers, Clippers.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Clippers come into town for this one. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. They'll play this one here in Los Angeles before the Lakers head back to the road. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys, on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've had a dream season, and I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season, from afterthought to title contenders.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Crawford out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Pierce in at the 3 slot. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Now here's Paul. Down low, unloads from 13. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Free throw off from Mozgov.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
Kicks it to Paul. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Back to Mozgov. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Pierce. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Paul. Feeds to LeBron. Jordan with some nice D.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Crawford passes to Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. It's a 5-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
And I think that's exactly what they have to do, guys. Don't dwell on the final score. You know, think about the things you did well and move forward and take it from there.
Well, at this point in his career, Clark, it's safe to call Chris Paul one of the all-time great point guards.
Yeah, without question. I mean, for a long time, it was hard to argue that Chris Paul wasn't the top point guard in the league. Even now you can make arguments for others, but Paul is always going to be in the conversation.
And with Paul, it is all about his consistency. Other point guards will have better years or stretches than him, but he just puts up huge numbers year in and year out, literally like clockwork.
You know, it's amazing to me how little fanfare CP3 gets. I mean, he's not a flashy player, but you look at his effectiveness on the court, and he's a once-in-a-generation kind of talent. I mean, he's done it all his entire career.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Lance Stevenson comes in for Pierce. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Doc Rivers. We discussed their defensive strategy going up against Kobe Bryant. He said, well, he probably has the best footwork of any player in the game. You can't give him any room in his jump shot, but when he's got all those fakes, it's so tough. Guys, he said he knows Kobe is going to get his points. They just want to try to limit his efficiency out there. Guess we'll see how they do.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Mozgov. And he jams it with authority.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Here's Paul, following the basket by Blake Griffin. Kobe dishes to Mozgov. And Young kicks to Bryant. Lets it go from deep. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. And it's 9 points for Chris Paul. Clippers trail by 9. Irving drives in. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Clippers.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Rivers against Paul. Rivers passes to Griffin. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Well, close to picking that one off.
My team
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
I haven't changed anything. It's beautiful.
Griffin dishes to Redick. With nobody on him, he buries the jump.
I know.
Redick's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
Check things out. Chris Paul is very tired.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers ahead, leading by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And a chance to hear from DeAndre Jordan, who talks about the inspiration he drew from head coach Doc Rivers. A strong case can be made that Jordan played like the Defensive Player of the Year, Clark, this past season. And the fact that he didn't win it, it looks like it'll keep him motivated.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I love the passion he plays with defensively. It seems like a burning fire in him, and Doc has stoked that fire with desire and inspiration. You've got to love how the passion to play defense burns in DeAndre.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Rivers out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Lance Stevenson. Then it's Jordan. And it's Pierce in at the power forward.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Paul. He's got 11. 20 feet out. Paul missing again. Well, last year, DeAndre Jordan turned in another great defensive performance. In fact, first team all-defense announced in the NBA after last season, anchored his team as he always seems to do.
Yeah, and Jordan was a force in the middle, over 2 blocks a game again, and changed countless others with his effort.
Here's Paul, following the basket by Lance Stevenson.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside, but he can't get it going here.
Mozgov, a screen on Rivers. And there's Mozgov. That's good on the assist by Paul. 6 points for Timofey Mozgov.
Yeah, you look at the advanced statistics for DeAndre Jordan and his defense at that end of the floor. Top 10 in defensive rating individually and led the league in defensive win shares.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Paul with the ball, picked up by Rivers. Mozgov, a screen on Stevenson. Young with no one around. Bangs home the trifecta. Young's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And Jordan has really improved his defense every year since Doc Rivers challenged him. Last season ended 3rd in the Defensive Player of the Year award race, but he has one in his future, no doubt, if he continues to progress.
Nice work there coming off the screen. Redick's got 7.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Paul kicks to Young. Now the feed to Bryant. Mozgov, a screen on Redick. There's the dish to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Pierce with a screen for Redick. He kicks to Pierce. And another 3 for the Clippers. 51 seconds left in the second quarter. Paul passes to Mozgov. Young dishes to James. Now the pass to Paul. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. Usually you talk about how tough a player is, and you're always talking about big guys. But Chris Paul is as tough as they come playing that little point guard position.
Yeah, he's a power pack when you look at him. I mean, he's played through a lot of injuries and still has a big-time impact on the game. Most recently in the playoffs, he played through injury to beat the Spurs.
Free throw good, Paul.
And last year, you could see Paul was hobbled in their loss to the Rockets in the second round. Still, most players wouldn't even have made it back out on the floor, much less been as effective as he was during the postseason.
And the Clippers making a change here. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Paul Pierce. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Austin Rivers.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing about Paul. He doesn't need to be blazing fast or quick to beat you. He can play seemingly on one leg and still dismantle a defense.
Now here's Stevenson, picked by Griffin. Crawford, no luck.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Right on. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter in this situation.
LeBron kicks to Paul. Back to LeBron, and there's the defensive 3-second call. The Lakers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
One shot. One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw.